So we're just going to check out our winter moisture control panel here. Got this beveled foam in there to just kind of fit inside. It has to fit underneath the roof cable. So we beveled that. It's got an opening for the front breather. It's got mesh inside there. And these are the diapers that we put on to control the moisture. You can see there's a little bit of condensation up on the roof there. No moisture down on, a little bit of moisture on the far side. A little bit of moisture there. The diapers are damp. They're not soaked, but they're damp. But there's no other moisture, nothing going down in the hole there. So that's awesome. So here's my winterization version for the Flow Hive. This is Flowhive 2. And you can see I've just got the slab insulation, the styrofoam pink. And it's just kept on with a bungee cord, which has worked just fine, even in some here. Get a lot of wind. Medicine hat here. So you can see we cover all four sides. The entry is marked here as restricted, so the entry is limited. So through the winter, you can see the bees coming in. This is early April now. They've been bringing pollen in. Willows and some of the bulbs are blooming now, but it's still pretty brown out there. I'm surprised. They're pretty resourceful. So I'll just take this insulation off to show you how I make it fit the Flow Hive. And because, as you know, the Flow Hive has some hardware and stuff on the outside of the hive. On a regular Langstroth hive, you can just put the insulation on just like this. You could wrap it in black plastic or black tar paper, black paper as well. I didn't, and this has worked well for me, but you could. So I'm just going to take this off and I'll show you the inside. So this is the front piece, and really nothing needed on there except you noticed I beveled the bottom edge, and it just makes it so that tapers down right near the opening. So it keeps the opening as narrow as possible. In the winter, when the snow builds up, then usually the bees will clear it out. Sometimes they'll come out and open the opening on a warmer day so they can get out if they need to. The side pieces, you can see there's the knobs here. That's really all you have to do. So I just put just cut out a knob. You can cut it out with a Dremel or a knife, anything you want. You can just kind of push it in. You have to be careful not to break your piece, but you can just kind of push it on and compress the foam. But I found it easier if I push it on a little bit to mark it and then just cut it out. You can see the marks here where the closures for the observation window go, and I don't even make a hole for those. I just let them puncture the styrofoam. The back piece, similar. So it has the swivel wooden piece that locks in both the top rail and the access port for the flow frames, and then the knob there as well on the access panel. So again, just kind of push it into place to get the access panel marked, the knob, and then again just kind of chisel this out so it's recessed enough to fit in. You want to leave the insulation as much as you can. And then again on the bottom, another access panel for the clean out tray. So just so all those fit. And again, the locking pins, I don't even do anything with that. I just press them in place. And the other side frame is identical to this one. It has observation windows on both sides. So just again, the pull pin, the pull knob, and just where the perforations, you could make sure they're exactly the same each time, but it doesn't always fit. So those provide an extra R5 insulation. Which just helps the bees out through the winter. They're pretty good at maintaining their temperature in there, but we get pretty severe winters. We were down to 30 below for a couple of weeks this year and 40 below for a couple of weeks straight last year. So that's gotta make sure they have enough food, and this little bit extra insulation really helps them to get through that time. The hive has done very well over winter, so I guess this year it worked.